Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while since we've done a video on the CL55, so I thought I'd give you guys a quick update, let you know what's going on. So over the Christmas holidays there, things took a little bit of a backseat, of course. Spend time with family and time off and all that, vacation, and New Year's rolled around, and before you knew it, then we had a week of really cold weather up here in Canada. It was minus 40 Celsius, which is I think about the same in Fahrenheit, so it was a little chilly. So this old girl unfortunately had to take the back seat and park outside beside the garage while Mel's daily was in here so she could get to work every day. So now I'm finally back to the point where I've got a little time again, and yeah, the Mercedes is back in the shop, and I just kind of want to go over with you guys what's left on it. We did get it washed and clay barred actually, which is a video coming up on the exterior detailing of this thing, but we do have it clay barred already. On our to-do list, that's part of this here, exterior detail. So we did clay bar it, like I mentioned, but we also wanted to actually do a mirror polish on it. And then I did order some ceramic coating, so we're going to try that out and see how that looks. The paint actually is in really good shape on this car though, so I mean, we will buff it, but it's I mean, it's actually pretty good. You can see the shop light reflecting in it. You can almost see every detail in it. So I don't think it's going to do a lot, but we'll see. The other part is detailing the interior. So this car, I think, was cleaned up not long ago. Well, not long ago in miles anyways. It's fairly clean. It's in really good shape, but it's, you know, surfaces are getting a little dry, and it had some dust from sitting in that storage unit forever. So it needs a little bit of polish up. The worst of it probably is these seats. They're not torn or anything, but there's some wear on the bolster here. It's mostly dirty, I believe, and maybe some of the dye is worn down. So I know Color Lock sells a matching color rejuvenation kit for this that has a really good cleaner, rejuvenator, and then a dye. So I'm gonna order that, and we'll get these seats back to where they should be. That'll be an interesting video. And then the only other part that I don't think we can really do anything about is a little crack in this one cover here, unless we could find one to replace it. And there's one little crack here on the wood. It's hard to see on the camera. But there is a crack there. I don't know if there's any way to sort of fill these cracks with anything, you know, like I'm thinking like on windshields you can seal a crack to it so it's almost invisible. Like, is there some sort of epoxy or resin that can fill those? Let me know if you guys know of anything. The carpets are in spectacular shape too, but yeah, we'll get those shampooed up too, and just a general clean on the interior with some good products. I think will do it a lot of good. Back to the list. Reinstall ignition. Actually, accomplished something. That's of course done. We actually took the car for a drive on the last video, so go out and check that if you haven't. One rear rim and rear tires. I found another rim. I'll take you guys over. I found a rim, but unfortunately, it's a beautiful rim. Looks like it's been reconditioned, but the offset's wrong. It's 39 millimeters where it should be 44, so we're 9 millimeters shy on that rim, which is really too bad. So I'm gonna need to find at least one more rim. It will be nice to get a nice pair. The other wheels on this car are in decent shape on the front. They're some minor curb rashing on them, but they're not awful. The other rear one is probably the worst. This one front one is actually in perfect shape. There's not a mark on it really. So if anybody's got some a set of rear rims for this, they are staggered, so the sizes are different from front to back. But if anybody's got a good set for sale, hit me up and we can talk. Filter change. You just saw me moving the filters off the back of that rim there. That's the air filters and cabin filters for the engine bay. We still have to do those. Yeah, reassemble the trunk. Part of this trunk is actually the trunk closer. I'll show you guys. What's happening with this car is the trunk, when I go to open the trunk, if you're fighting the assist system opening it all the way. There's no power assist, you're actually dragging the cylinder open. I believe it's a cylinder in these. The lights are good, but I hit the close button and down here you can hear it clicking where the pump is. Hopefully that showed up on the camera, but nothing happens. So from what I've been reading, and I only just started reading about it, is, and the soft close works. Well, that part's good. But from what I've been reading, that hydraulic pump works in conjunction with the air pump or the vacuum pump system, which I think is how it was like this on my CLS55 anyway. It runs these massage functions on the seat. So that doesn't work either. So I'm thinking it's a problem common to those systems, maybe with the vacuum system. I think there's a fuse we can pull and reset that, but yeah, if you guys have any hints on that one, I'm all ears for that too. And then we've got some side projects to do on it. We'd like to change the oil in the supercharger. I have the oil for it. It's an expensive aviation type lubricant, so I'll maybe do a video separate on that, or maybe I'll loop it in with filter change. And then we want to check the rest of the fluids, like the diff. Obviously we haven't checked that yet, but everything else has been changed and flushed, except the coolant. And in one of the videos we noticed that I think it was the first start video actually, that the coolant's green in this car, and it's supposed to be blue. The 235 MB235, I believe, is the type of fluid. So we need to change that and flush it. The grill. So this grill had one of the bars, this bar here, was peeling. And this is actually the bar here. You can see it's peeled off. The chrome's peeled off right here. So I did buy another strip. And you can actually buy each of these independently. They're a different part number, the chrome strip part from Mercedes. And they have a slide lock mechanism where you just slide them one way and then lift them off and they pop out. You can't do it with the grill in because it's blocked by the sides of the grill, of course. But you take the grill out, which is quite simple, and then they slide out. But what I wanted to do, I was spitballing with some guys on the Mercedes forum about how to repair this, and there was a bunch of suggestions like using a chrome paint marker or rewrapping it with chrome wrap. In the end I did the right thing and bought a new one, but I thought it might be interesting to throw up a video where we compare what the paint pen looks like compared to this rest of the strip. Is it possibly repair it with it? Maybe we can do a little durability check, and then also what this chrome wrap would look like. I mean, it looks really close to the original material when you hold it up to it, but I know chrome wrap in particular is difficult to work with. It doesn't shrink and stretch properly like the other wraps do because of its chrome type qualities, but the finish I think it is. But we could maybe give that a whirl, see what that does. And then the other item on the list was this module. So this is the alarm module, and I'd like to find a new one of these. I know there was an upgraded design to this, remember this was the episode where we put the ignition in and it didn't work for us, and this lived up here in our fender here, and we unplugged it because this thing shorted internally, and there is a apparently a backup battery inside this module that fails and leaks acid or something and then shorts out this. So I'd like to tear this apart just for, you know, in the name of science. We can take this apart and see if we can see what's wrong. It's only a 3-prong small plug that goes in here, so there's not much in there, I bet. It's just a siren and a bit of a battery backup, so it can't be that complex. So I might take that apart and see if there may be a way to retrofit a different battery in these. Maybe there's a way to make these, you know, repairable, but I don't know. So those are the updates on the car. Title, I did contact the insurance company and they needed some follow-up paperwork, so the storage unit is actually looking into that for us. So they've been really great to work with, so thank you to them. Hopefully by the time we get the paperwork, the snow will be gone and the ice will be gone around here, because it's a winter wonderland outside. This is what we're looking like here right now. So yeah, not exactly the best weather to be driving Mercedes or a BMW in. So hopefully that improves, and then we can take this thing for a real drive, which I'm excited for. With proper tires on the back too, because these ones did not have enough traction, as we found out in the first drive video. So with that, I think that covers the updates. I'll try to get to doing some of the paint correction stuff probably this weekend. I did buy some touch-up paint too for the few rock chips this has, so we'll be able to touch those up as well. And the exterior, this should be almost mint after this, especially after the ceramic coating. If you guys remember, on this back wheel arch, the last owner or somebody either did a burnout or got a flat tire and the tire exploded on them. But remember, there was all this black rubber that didn't come off even with a pressure washer. We managed to use a plastic scraper. It looks like a razor blade scraper, but it uses plastic blades. I just got it on Amazon. It was just a cheapie, but man, did that work really good. It didn't damage the paint whatsoever, but took all these rubber marks and hard to get stuff off really easily. So if you ever run into that, it worked great. So yeah, with that, I'll leave you guys for now. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I should have another video out hopefully this weekend for you guys. Have a good one.